Hi, everyone. Today we have a special guest, Joshua Robbins, astrologer, very powerful one, really recommend. And today you're going to give us some insight about what does it mean, Kabbalistic astrology, and also a tip for this week. So let me introduce you, Joshua Robbins.
Hello, Michael. Hello, everybody. So wonderful to be here. This is my passion. I love Kabbalistic astrology. I love being able to share the messages from the stars and the consciousness of what's going on throughout the week. One of the things, Michael, you wanted us to talk about was really what is Kabbalistic astrology, and what makes Kabbalistic astrology unique and distinct from any other type of astrology out there. There's actually a lot of different types of astrology that are out there. And really, to put it in its most simple, basic term, is that in Kabbalistic astrology, we can go above the influence of the stars. We can go above the influence of the zodiac. You know, back in the ancient Greek times, the ancient Hellenists, they had this idea of Stoicism, and they would use astrology in combination with this sort of philosophy that, well, we accept our fate. We accept our fate so that we can see what's coming into the future. We know where we came from in the past, and we can accept our fate with peace. Well, if you've ever studied any Kabbalah, especially from the Rav, you know that we completely reject this idea. That certainly we have a purpose and a mission, which we can see in the stars, but we're not here to be sort of the slaves or the effect to what's going on in the cosmos. Rather, as we learn, we come here to be co-creators in the process of our lives, to be like the creator, to reveal our potential, to reveal our light, and to overcome any form of limitation, any form of lack. And when we are born, the stars and the planets are in particular positions, and they give us it's almost like an X-ray of our soul's DNA, what our soul came into this lifetime to work on, what it comes with from past lives, not just in terms of what it needs to work on and to get better at, but also what it comes with in the positive side from past lives. What's our potential? What are we here to really create and bring into the world? And so when we look at the chart, we can see that, okay, maybe this person was born, I don't know, I'm going to pick a random sign. They were born a Capricorn. Okay, I can say that because both my parents are Capricorns, and so I know this sign very well. And I know this sign well. Okay, I also have a lot of Capricorn in my chart, so I'm not picking on the Capricorns. But we can say that one of the spiritual works that a Capricorn has is to overcome the consciousness of scarcity and lack. The idea that they often feel like they don't have enough time, they don't have enough money, they don't have enough experience, they don't have enough of this, they don't have enough of that. Well, a conventional approach to astrology would say, well, you're a Capricorn. This is how you are. This is how you'll be for all your life. You will be in this consciousness of lack. Well, when we take the tools of Kabbalah, especially the Zohar, and Michal, like you've shared in the different new moon meditations, the letters of the month, we can actually overcome this consciousness. We can elevate above this consciousness. So really, a Capricorn, if you know the secrets of the letters that created the month, they actually can create miracles. They actually can overcome and break through any kind of lack. They're actually not supposed to be limited by lack. They're supposed to create abundance and breakthroughs and not be limited by that. And so when we talk about the distinction, really what we're talking about is when you approach it from the Kabbalistic perspective, you are able to no longer be limited by whatever the astrology is saying about your soul. It will show that there's this limitation, but also this is how you overcome it. And I know the Rav Berg would always say that if somebody reads the description of their astrology sign and they say, oh yeah, that's exactly me, we've got a problem. We've got a problem because it means we haven't changed.
There's no change,
it means
right?
We haven't worked. Exactly. So when this is the main difference, is that when we understand the path of our soul as described in our chart and as understood via the lens of Kabbalistic astrology, we understand that we can change it. We can change anything. I can't tell you how many teachers in the Kabbalah Center I've spoken with that say, my chart says I'm not supposed to have kids. And they have 4, 5 kids.
Okay, that's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. That they were able to completely break through that limitation. And of course, that means the way in which we overcome the limitation is with consciousness, is with understanding how to utilize the tools of Kabbalah to apply them in a deliberate way towards what that limitation is. And so when, even during the week, okay, when we have particular planetary alignments.
I have a question about it. If you mention the week, this week, it's called like Portion Balak, right? Zohar Balak. And we know that this week, the unique of that week, we say, and it's we can have the protection from evil eye, evil tongue, witchcraft, right? And we all looking for protection. There is something that you can help us to be above the stars, the zodiac signs, that can help us be above the nature. Something you can share with us?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I was listening to a class by Michael Berg, and Michael Berg was sharing that in the secret of this portion, we can come to a place where we can desire what the Creator desires, rather than asking the Creator to channel the Creator's light into what we think we need, what we think is right for us.
Beautiful.
We have this particular vision of what we're supposed to, what we think would be good for us, what we think we want to create, what we think we want to build. But maybe there's something even better that the Creator says, hey, you don't need this, you actually need this. So how does it align with what's going on this week? Well, this week we have a very, I'm going to use this word, but don't freak out, volatile combination. It's called a conjunction, an alignment of 2 planets in the sky between Mars and Uranus. And Mars is the planet of our will, our energy. It's also the planet of aggression, the planet of conflict. It can be the planet of separation, God forbid. When he meets up with Uranus, Uranus is the agent of change. Uranus says, whatever this is, must change. Is there free will in this? Maybe, but in this is almost, you've got to change. It's showing a place where there must be change. The interesting thing is that it's occurring in the sign of Taurus. Taurus is the sign, and by the way, we all have Taurus somewhere in our birth charts. So where we have Taurus, this is where we do not want to change. This is where we want things to be reliable, consistent, permanent, always the same. And so here we have these 2 planets. One, Mars, is prodding us into action, combined with the energy of Uranus that says, hey, you got to change. And there's going to come something this week that's going to say, you need to move in a different direction. You need to do things differently. You need to go out of the comfort zone. And the limitation of Taurus, especially when it comes to the idea of change, is that we can often be resistant to it. We can feel like, I don't want to change this because if I change it or if I do it differently, I'm going to end up worse, or it's going to make a mess, or it's not going to be good.
Like what you're saying in different words, let me see if I got it right. We all might feel this week, specifically this week, more like in a mode of stubbornness. Like I don't want to move forward.
100%.
Something like that, right? So because if somebody doesn't know astrology or it's the first time he hear it, like, he need to check like how he feels or, how we react to things to know what you need to change and how to be above it, right?
Exactly. So we can be in this stubborn, rigid way of thinking, and here comes this maybe external situation that is in a way not giving us a choice. We have to do it differently. We have to bend, we have to shift, and it comes rather suddenly. It's going to be in an unexpected way where we weren't expecting it, and the reaction will be to remain rigid, to remain stubborn, to not want to do it differently. But actually, if we go outside and let's say, I have a desire, I think it should be like this. Please, the creator, come in and make sure that the way I want it to be, there's something that's trying to push me, but no, please, creator, come in and make it the way I want it. We have no idea what this change can bring that would be even better than we were desiring in the first place. So it's a matter to open up our vessel, open up our mind to allow the change to come in and to flow with that change, to be flexible with that change, and to not be reactive to that change, to not feel angered or frustrated. I mean, obviously, you know, we feel what we feel. We're in the month of Cancer. Okay, can we necessarily stop our feelings? No, but we don't have to act out of those feelings. We can listen to those feelings, but we also can see, where am I not allowing this change to flow positively, and how could I be resisting it? So, you know, really open, for those who are listening, really open your mind to a different way of operating, a different way of moving forward. Because whenever we talk about Taurus, every time an energy in Taurus is in a way pushed to change, the reaction will be to resist and be stubborn. Either way, the change happens. And either way, whether we went with the change proactively or we went with the change reactively, we always end up in a better place. Always, every single time when it comes to Taurus, you end up in a better place. But why do you have to go through the process of change where it's so like you're resisting it and you're angry about it and you're maybe resentful about it and you're feeling all of these emotions about it? Just embrace it. You're going to get to something better either way. So why not make it easy on yourself? Make the process easier. Go with it. Flow with it. Allow the light to come in. Allow the light to show you something more.
That's, I think, a very powerful and amazing tip, especially for this week. And something that came to my mind when I'm thinking about it, because usually, you know, in life, we always have the big goals, thinking about the big things, and we don't pay attention to the small things that happen during the day. And I think it's important to mention that, you know, like you said, to be stubborn, we can be stubborn about our goals and like, this is what I want to do and that's it. Or I can be stubborn even with my wife, with my kids, with my friends, with my teacher, you know, about small things that I'm right, but I don't pay attention that I'm stubborn and I'm not willing to do the change. So it starts from the small things and then, you know, continue with the big changes. So first of all, thank you very much for that eye-opening about, you know, the opportunities we have this week. And I hope we can do it more and more and talk about different tips about different weeks. Whoever wants, I will, you know, have a private session with Joshua, because, you know, one thing is to give information about the week and in a general way, and the other thing is to go specific and into our life and check how I can connect and be above, because each one of us, we are different, and for sure there's the private astrology chart, right? I just did the recently, and it's like, wow, it was a blow mind. It was amazing. And I'm going to put the link of Joshua in the description, so whoever wants can click the link and talk directly with Joshua. So Joshua, thank you so much.
My pleasure. I look forward to coming back many more times.
Of course. We're going to do with Hashem much more of those. So bye everyone and good luck.
Bye-bye.